ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Smith.
That is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked. But fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
That tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Darnold.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 27.
Faking the give, Darnold.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense ahead. Better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Jeanty. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but Sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Geno. This will be caught by Brown.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Geno going to hand it to Genty.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Geno Smith, his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
The Seahawks at 5 and 10 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Bronco 80.
Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go, Scott. Cougar 19. Bronco 80. Ready.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60, go.
Walker. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Hey, smash Bronco. Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Window closed up there, and it's behind him and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7.
Waco Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Here we go.
Smith. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
Punt formation for the Raiders.
Fielded just inside the 20. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Back to throw here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
18 yards the gain for number 18.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He is out of bounds inside the 35.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Ready. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
They're going to look to throw. Walker with a grab, left side.
And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Walker.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Go! Gotta be Lions. Let go.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
19. Ready?
They'll try and run. Walker. And he's across the chalk. In the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7.
Michael Vincent, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Second down and 4. Throwing now is Geno. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go.
Geno now to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. But let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Here we go.
Smith. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Here we go.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me 4. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
18 Cardinal. Ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll look to throw again. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
It's a gain of
as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Myers' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. For the returner, Trey Tucker going to bring this one out. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing is Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Jack Besh, 39 yards.
And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer. Let's go.
2nd and 13. Finding Walker complete.
Now inside the 25.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Carl. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Smith now to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Jeanty.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, look and repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Smith. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Let's go
And
now.
our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Hey, smash! Crack 80! Let's go!
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And it just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Let's go! Cowboy 80! Let's go!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they give him about the 43. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And the Raiders 1st down.
Play action. It's Smith. Now he's going to step up and run. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And a two-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10. Smith throwing again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw, Smith. He's going to let this go. Back to the end zone. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Cougar 19. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Smith. They'll get this out to Genty. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice session,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Ernest Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Come on.
But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Bronco 80.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Get it. 18 Cardinal.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Ready. Go.
He'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. the kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This is 1st and 10. Smith's going to throw it. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
And going right back to Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Let's go now. 60, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Myers' kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Smith to throw.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Back to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Well, here's your ball game. 1 second to play.
One last throw here for Smith. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity.